Hi, my name's Scott and I am going to give an INFJ's take on ESFJs. So for some ESFJs whose TI function isn't adequately developed, that could cause a lot of tension in the lives of others or in their own life, because for the ESFJ they can think that there's a lot of sound logic behind their ideas, and because of the inferior TI they can lack the ability to sort of go away and think through that. Think through their ideas or their ways of doing things and be open to change. So for the ESFJ to I guess, like all types, to become more well-rounded, if you like, it's the ability to develop the TI function to the point where they can adequately reflect and think through their position on things, or their ideas on things, and be open to modifying those where necessary. For people that identify themselves as an ESFJ, it can be important for them to acknowledge that their ESFJ FE dominant function can come across really intense and strong. While they might be feeling as though they're feeling really only a 6 out of 10 in regards to their frustration, it can be helpful for them to just acknowledge that others are probably experiencing that as an 8, 9 out of 10 or even more. I guess it's just becoming aware that others can experience the FE dominant function, probably from the more negative context, as quite extreme, and being aware of that can help sort of curve their in which they express their FE dominant function, and maybe find ways of expressing that without causing unnecessary harm to the relationship, undue harm to the relationships around them. Because of an ESFJ's desire, almost primary desire for harmony within social situations and within family contexts, my sense is that because generally they're not aware of how their FE can come across sometimes, it could be helpful in some instances for others to share how it comes across, because they're probably not aware of what their FE is capable of, to be able to constructively share how that FE affects you would be a great way to help the ESFJ to further their goal, which is to have harmony, because I think they're not aware that their FE dom function can cause fractures in relationship. I think the fact is that even when they're venting out of their FE dominant function, their desire is for harmony, and when it has the opposite effect of that, it could probably be quite painful for the ESFJ. So helping an ESFJ to understand the impact that their FE dominant function has, while probably confronting, it will ultimately help them, I think, in some respects, to develop the TI function and also to achieve their ultimate goal, which is to be a real positive, supportive influence and provider to those around them, and I guess round out, if you like, or curve the impact that their FE dominant function can have on others. Because an ESFJ is so sensitive to the feelings of others, they are also quite sensitive to what other people think. So in some respects, I think the FE function can function as a bit of a defense mechanism to keep people at bay. The positive and negative aspect of that sensitivity to what others think is that when somebody criticizes the ESFJ, attacks them with the you statements, you are this, you are that, it can be incredibly painful, incredibly hurtful, and completely unconstructive. Again, that can be applied to most types, but because of the FE dominant function, it's probably more acute. The positive side is that if the ESFJ has a sensitive person in their life who's able to communicate effectively, there can be that dynamic between the two can be quite effective, I guess both relationally between the two people, but especially for the ESFJ, because for somebody to be able to share with the ESFJ from more the I position, when you said this, I felt this, that sort of thing. I guess what I'm saying is being able to share with the ESFJ in a non-threatening way, in a way that it's more about you than about them, and because they can thrive knowing how positively you are being affected by who they are as people. When one shares how the ESFJ might be coming across or affecting the other person negatively, when that's shared appropriately, it gives the ESFJ an opportunity to develop their TI function and actually have a think about what they're doing or how they're coming across, and that can lead to greater self-development, self-actualization, and lead to growth and change both within the ESFJ but also within the relationship itself. So that's the end of part 3 of the ESFJ series. Please like the videos if you do indeed like them, and feel free to comment below. You can subscribe to the channel. I'll be doing videos on all the other personality types eventually.